On the edge of a forgotten salvage yard, a 19-year-old human girl bent steel not for profit, but for something far greater hope. When she found a crippled alien cub abandoned by his clan, she faced a choice: walk away like the others, or fight fate with fire and metal. What she built didn't just change the cub's life, it altered the course of interstellar history. A single act of defiance sparked a bond so powerful, an entire warrior clan bent the knee. If stories of humanity's grit and compassion, standing tall among the stars, inspire you, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share this story with someone who loves powerful human moments in sci-fi. It's support like yours that helps us bring more tales of courage, ingenuity, and defiance to life. As salvage yards of Kepler Station were alive with noise-grinding saws, sizzling plasma torches, and the clang of falling steel. For Nahal, a 19-year-old human with grease-stained hands and sharp eyes, it was just another day of digging through rusted starship husks. She hunted for scraps, but what she found that evening wasn't metal. A soft whimper drifted from behind a collapsed beam. She froze. It wasn't the sound of machinery. It was the sound of pain. Carefully shifting the wreckage, she uncovered a small figure, silver-blue fur, streaked with dust and blood, golden eyes filled with fear. A cub Zephyrian, one of the galaxy's fiercest warrior species, bred for strength, for survival. Yet this one couldn't stand. His hind leg bent at an impossible angle. When she reached for him, he bared tiny fangs, trembling. "Stay back, human." His voice cracked in accented standard. Nahal didn't retreat. She crouched low, voice calm. "Easy, little one. I'm not here to hurt you." The cub tried to crawl away, collapsing instantly. His words came out between gasps of shame. Broken cub, no pack. Better to die here. And in that moment, Nahal's decision crystallized. She would not let him. Nahal carried the cub back to her workshop, his small frame trembling in her arms. She laid him gently on a cot, bandaging his wounds with the same care she gave to fragile circuitry. As she worked, the truth spilled out in fragments. His name was Crix. Once he had run with his clanmates across the hunting fields of Zephyr, but an injury had twisted his leg. The healers tried, failed, and declared him weak. Among Zephyrians, weakness was worse than death. His pack had cast him aside, telling him a broken cub brought only shame. Nahal clenched her fists as she listened. She had seen prejudice before. Humans were often dismissed as fragile, unworthy of galactic respect. But to abandon a child? That was something else entirely. "Your people are wrong," she said firmly, checking the crooked angle of his leg. "Strength isn't just in muscles or claws. It's here." She tapped her temple, then pressed a hand gently to her chest. "And here. Don't let them decide your worth." Crix blinked at her, startled. No one had ever said such words to him. And though his clan had given up on him, he sensed this human girl would not. From that day forward, Nahal barely rested. The scrapyard became her forge, her workshop a battlefield of sparks and steel. Every scrap of Dirac plating, every discarded servo, every fractured circuit, she scavenged it all, piecing together something no one believed possible. She was building hope. Adnan, her business partner, tried to stop her more than once. "You'll burn yourself out," he warned, finding her at dawn hunched over her bench, eyes red, hands trembling. But Nahal only shook her head. "He needs this now, Adnan, before he forgets what it feels like to stand tall." Crix watched in silence at first, golden eyes wide as she shaped the suit piece by piece. He learned quickly, handing her tools, studying diagrams, asking questions about gears and circuits. A cub once marked as useless was now learning how to dream. And then, after weeks of endless work, the creation stood ready. Sleek silver-blue plating, shining like his own fur. A compact fusion core, humming softly at its heart. An exoskeletal frame built not to hide his weakness, but to turn it into strength. Nahal looked at him and smiled, ready to try it on. The moment Crix stepped into the armor, everything changed. The crooked limp vanished. He stood taller, balanced, powerful. When he moved, the servos responded with liquid grace, amplifying every step, every breath. For the first time in his life, he wasn't broken. He was more than whole, but word travels fast. The Zephyrian clan soon arrived, led by their towering elder Thark. His silver mane bristled as he looked from Crix to Nahal. "You dare keep a cast-out cub alive, human? He belongs to the pack or to death." Nahal crossed her arms, fire in her eyes. "You threw him away. You don't get to claim him now." Gasps rippled through the warriors, but Crix silenced them. His voice was steady, proud. "I claim trial by combat, to prove my worth." The clan laughed until the duel began. Crix moved like lightning, the armor humming with every strike. He dodged blows that would have crushed him once, countered with precision no one expected. Within minutes, the elder lay pinned beneath his armored hand. The battlefield fell silent. And in that silence, something broke not Crix, not the armor, but tradition itself. The elder's voice shook the still air. "I yield." Slowly, he rose to his knees, silver fur catching the light of the scrapyard fires. His gaze swept from Crix to Nahal, and for the first time, it held respect. "You, human girl," he said, his tone formal, "have done what our clan would not. You gave strength to the weak. You gave honor to the outcast." One by one, the warriors dropped to their knees. Metal clinked against stone as blades lowered in unison. The Ironclaw clan, feared across the galaxy, now bowed before a 19-year-old human. Nahal felt her chest tighten. She hadn't set out to start a rebellion or earn loyalty from alien warriors. She had only refused to let a child believe he was worthless. Yet here they were, pledging what no credits, no empire, no weapon could buy eternal protection. Crix stood beside her, golden eyes shining, armor gleaming. "I am no longer broken," he said, voice steady. "I am hers, her pack." The elder nodded solemnly. "Then so are we." And from that moment forward, no human walked alone where the Ironclaws roamed. A legend was born all because one girl chose compassion over silence.